Hey, today is March 27, 2015, right here at the gun range today. Our goal today is to see if we can actually sight in that new gun we bought. I'm talking about that Bear Creek Arsenal 18-inch stainless steel barrel model we picked up last week and put together. Last week we function tested it. I had zero malfunctions. I shot 55 rounds through it. We did a barrel break-in. I didn't have any issues. Adam's gun, it had a couple failure to fires, 6 of them, light primer strikes. Each of the bullets fired when they put them in individually and tried again. I didn't have that issue. Hopefully I never do. Today right here, we've set up a target at 50 yards. Our goal, of course, is to try a couple different ammunitions as well. I got some balloons on there so that way I can just get a basic zero before I start really working on the target. Right now, the goal is to go ahead and try 4 different ammos. Today we have some FMG 62 grain that I picked up in Boise from Cabela's. Zinc plated, never shot it. The gun hasn't touched it. I don't know if it's going to work or what. In fact, the people at Cabela's couldn't tell me anything about it. We also have some Federal 55 grain brass. I bought some Tula ammo out as well, and that is, of course, FMJ. And then I got some Nosler 77 grain boat tail hollow points match ammo. I'm hoping that stuff does amazing. Never tried it. 20 bucks a box on sale at Sportsman's. Here's that FMS. It was $4.99, I believe, at Cabela's. And I couldn't pass that up. Figured give it a try. Of course, Tula, what I can find at Walmart or at Sportsman's. And then the big box of FMJ Federal 55 grain. The goal, of course, is to see if this scope we picked up. For me, I went cheap. I've never used a scope on a gun like this before. And so what I've done is I've picked up a center point red dot. It's a variable 1 to 4. And, you know, for using it for the function test last week, I didn't have any problems. It seemed to hold zero. We're also going to be testing out this new muzzle brake. I threw this on 2 days ago. I picked up on Amazon. The reviews are really high on it. Apparently I'm going to have a huge blowback and it's going to be louder than hell. But if it holds down my shots and holds down the recoil, it's going to be worth it. Also going to be testing out one of the Magpul mags I haven't tried yet. This one is number 2, and we're going to make sure it works. I've tried the other one. No problems on the function. I don't expect any problems on this. Again, 55 rounds to the gun so far, and I've had 0 issues. Oh, also picked up some flip-up sights, and so I need to give those a try as well and see if they function. We haven't actually shot them with it yet, so I need to go ahead and shoot a few rounds on the open sight. Again, this is the stainless steel one. This is in 223 Wild. You know what? This thing costs $5.35 shipped. Adam and I had to put the lure together. That was a pretty simple job, actually, and it was enjoyable to do. And I've been really happy with it so far. The other Bear Creek I own, 0 problems at all. So here is hoping for a really good day at the range. Okay, we're going to try to zero this in. We got Federal 55 grain in there. We are good to go. Okay, there's 3 rounds. We're going to walk down. We are going to do a simple check. and see where we are actually hitting. All right, let's go for a stroll. Okay, so our point of aim, the black dot in the scope actually covers that exactly, 50 yards, zoomed in at 4-point. I don't know which of the 3 shots came first, but it seems that we are now just a tad high. What is that? An inch, just over an inch by, not bad group. It'd be an awesome group if it was 200 yards. All right, we're gonna lower it down. We're gonna come back. We're gonna shoot at this one here instead, and we'll see where we are. It looks like, even if this was a flyer, I doubt it, I probably pulled it, I need to come down by 2 clicks and we'll see where we are. On that scope, each click represents a half MOA at 100 yards. Okay, so what we did is we went ahead and we went left by 1 click, and we went up, or no, we went down by 2. Let's see where that puts us now. Again, shooting for the lower right-hand target. Unfortunately, I can't even see where the bullet's impacting. I don't zoom in that much. Oh, I think I pulled that shot. That shot felt good. Too bad I don't know exactly where I am. Empty, empty, clear, clear. And you can see, I knew I pulled that shot. I could feel it when I pulled. It just didn't feel right. I kind of jerked the gun. I lost view on the scope and everything else. But here we are. 2 well-breathed holds, I guess. So what have I learned here? I'd come over to the left, and it looks like I moved over half an inch too far. I need to back off 1. And I need to come down. I need to come down 1 inch. 1 full inch brings me here. Well, 1 full inch would bring me here. I need to come down an inch and we'll see where we are. And we'll come up here and we'll shoot at the top this time around. The next group of 3, I know I jerked that one again. I felt it. I pulled the trigger, didn't go, so I gave it a good hard pull, and that's what happens. You pull that crap. That's an inch off at 100 yards. Yikes. Missing my target. So here we are. 2 again, well breathed out and held. We are now within a half inch. So I need to come down again. This time, this target is smaller than the target down here. Without a doubt. And my whole black dot takes up all of this. It leaves me barely any kind of, well, aurora around it. Therefore, I need to come in, 'cause as far as the scope was concerned, my outer edge was right here. I am just off. I need to come down half a click and to the left a click. 1 and 1. All right, we'll come over here and do this one next. Okay, I'm not too sure what to think about this. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm happier than can be right here. Again, this one's small, so I'm taking up the whole ring, so I was inside the dot. I don't know what happened here. I'm right and low? Yikes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna retest that. We're gonna come back and shoot this one again, and we'll see. So we came back, we shot this again, and what I ended up hitting was here, here, and here. This one I know I jerked because it slipped off the rest a little bit. These 2, well, of course I love this one. Not too sure what happened there. This is a complete blow off though. We're gonna come back down here. We got these two marked. We're gonna try shooting this bigger ring. So after sighting in and sighting in and sighting in again, I was never really super happy with some of these shots. I just couldn't seem to get them where I wanted them to be. Over here too. But I finally decided I'd go ahead and just throw in my rounds and see what I got based on what I had. So the first shots were with Federal 55 grain FMJ, aiming here at this point. So you can see for the most part I am just about an inch off. I don't know here. It always seems to be one flyer. I don't know if it's me, the trigger, bad ammo, but it can't be. Not every time I shoot 3 to get a flyer. It's gotta be me. Up here at this dot, I was shooting the Tula 55 grain FMJ. And you can see just how bad this was. And I have no answer to that. Nothing was changed on the scope. Nothing was changed in the weather or the settings, anything. And yet, here's my point of aim, and I am 2 to 3 inches off, and I'm high. I'm an inch off to the right. Here, just about as bad, but not quite. This was set up for that FMS 62 grain soft point. And you can see here, here, and here. That's not such a bad group. But, I mean, that's almost MOA, if that was here. And I am I'm an inch and a half to 2 inches off. Now, the third group is here. Now that is respectable. That is easily an MOA group at 100 yards. That's the Nosler 77 grain boat tail hollow points. Here's where I was aiming. I'm still high. Everything is high. So, everything but the FMJ, which is weird, because the Federal, I wasn't high at all. I'd consider myself basically on. These two aren't bad. But here, at least the good news is, no flyer. Maybe my trigger pull. One of them I did yank. On this one, I know I yanked. It's probably here, because I set my cheek down, and when I did that, I had my trigger at rest, and I popped it. FMJ, no excuse up here for the Tula. That was slow, steady, constant. I'm happy here, I really am. For the Nosler, that's pretty good. We have gone ahead and done what's going to be our last accuracy test for the day. I don't think I'm going to be super happy with it. What we did is we went ahead and shot the Federal, the Tula, the FMS, and the Nosler. One last time, we made one minor adjustment to the scope. We shot all at once. If it matters for order, Tula went first, MFS went second, the Federal, and then finally the Nosler. Here's hoping for something good, right? Oh my goodness. Huh. Well, these results are going to be a little bit surprising. Here's the Tula. Here's 1, here's 2. Again, this was the aiming point. And the Tula, I am off again to the right by just over 2 inches. Funny thing is, I can't find the third shot. That doesn't make any sense, because even if I'd have missed terribly, I'd have to be here somewhere. Let's come down to this one. That is that MFS soft point, 62 grain. Look at that. If I'd been shooting that all day, I'd be ecstatic. That is completely awesome. No complaints there at all. I can see, at least here in real life, I am off by less than 1/4 of an inch. If that was 100 yards, that's sub-MOA. Over here, this is, again, the Federal FMJ 55 grain. 1, 2, 3. I always seem to have a flyer. I don't know which one it is, the first, second, or third shot. But that never changes with that FMJ Federal. these two I'm happy with. I got no complaints there. For that big dot covering this whole circle, I mean, when I shoot that scope at 4 power, I can't see the dot at all. The dot in the scope covers that 100% and then some. So I'm happy here. I don't know what happened there. Then the Nosler, which performed best overall. May not be the tightest group, but in comparison, this is where I am. 1, 2, and 3. Not so shabby. Looks like I'm still right. I've got my elevation okay, because this is an inch. Not even an inch, actually. And I might be pushing it right here. But I'm still over by an inch. Holy cow. That one is just shocking. Most importantly, where did that Tula shot go? We got them accounted for here. Oh. No, we don't. Well, yeah, that was there, right? We know these 3 belong. I don't know, it could be that one. It very well could be. I'll have to go back and look at the video footage to figure that out. Alright. I'm done shooting. What have I learned? I learned A, the mag worked flawless as I expected. I didn't think there'd be any trouble there. Most of it got loaded as 18 rounds though. I don't expect any real trouble. I learned, just really quick, doing an open sight check, standing, that I seem to be shooting a little bit on the low side. That can be fixed. I'm not going to stick around and do it. They're actually going to be working on putting some cement in here. They're going to dig this place up, and it is 1:15 now. I learned that I had no failures, nothing jammed, nothing got locked in there, nothing double fed, there was no failure to fires. I shot multiple different types of rounds, no problem. I learned that the muzzle brake, I don't know if I can tell a real difference. I thought the Adam's gun and then this gun, loud, and it's loose. I need a new crush washer. That just slipped. You know that little bit of Loctite I put on there? Didn't hold. I don't know if it's because I heated up on the barrel or not. And it looks like, without a doubt, that my castle nut has moved. And so I believe she's become loose. I will need to get a wrench and really crank that down and hold it in place, because I doubt that's moved. The scope, the scope is what the scope is. And I don't know if I'm going to hang on to it or not. In the end, I'm happy. The gun itself worked flawlessly, so it's a good day here at the range. I've had a wonderful time out here, but it's time to go back and find Lorena.